gal. Got 2 cans. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Connix. How are you doing? Good to see you, mate. The old cat followed me upstairs. I've already gave it about 2 mushrooms. For some reason, my cat likes mushrooms. Cooked ones. I think he really likes them. Yeah, I'm just chilling out for half an hour or so. Oh yeah, cheers. I cooked it perfectly, I think. Let me get my glasses on. Brought the label up. The cardboard label. So, mushrooms and cabbage, greens. And yep, I've sold out. Instead of going to Lidl, I've been to Iceland, so I might get a call from the Denmark Mafia in the morning, you know, by going to the wrong place, because it really is just not on. I sneaked off to Iceland to get their Mexicana, patatas bravas, cheddar cheese and smoked pepper. What would Bjorn would say? Wawikwa. Cheddar cheese and smoked wawika. Paprika. Cubed potatoes with cheddar cheese on. And, mate, thank you for asking. I did it just right, I think. 17 minutes in the oven. Not having it yet. I've had 2 beers first. I perched it on the bed. Just thought I'd put some piano bar jazz music on, but this is like a 2-hour nice little intro, isn't it? It was like let people just chill out and just wind down. Late bar time. It's 3 AM here, and I don't think we care, do we? I don't give a damn. Look at it. What they call South America, SI. So it's probably 8 PM there. That's good time. Hour cleaning up the house. A couple of hours of caring. And I've been doing, I've made a tune. That was a good few hours of doing some, getting some good stuff together. Brand new tune. A bit of graphic design as well, a little bit of that. Productive day really, for a Tuesday. What was it? Is it Monday? Who cares, eh? Monday or Tuesday. Good to know that you're doing alright, Chronics, as well. Yeah, I've just watched one of the old school Real Football Factories. I went there. I've gone there. And, you know, I got all fucking nostalgic. Which one is it? It was the Real Football Factories Episode 2 Northwest. I went a little bit slag. Look it did. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. That's the goddamn allergies with the cat. God damn it. Having a couple of San Miguels tonight, probably two, maybe 2.5, eh? Maybe 2.5. 1.5 beers down. Casual skulls. A fruit cocktail for the ladies. For some reason my mic broke the other day. Not broke, but there's a screw part on it, so it's at an angle now. So you imagine a 90s hip hop wannabe gangster rapper when he puts his gun on the side. That's how my fucking mic is now, mate. You know what I mean? What's the egg stream then? I watched that Gary bloke earlier. He's pretty good, isn't he? He's on CX. I mean, he was entertaining, sort of. Everyone sort of stayed. Not that there was anything else on. Ice is still in a hissy fit, probably. Moaning about something, probably. Oh, good on him. If he needs a break, have a break, mate. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I heard that he threw everyone out his place. Or something. I'm not saying much, I've read it, but I don't know, any idea. Fucking. That's what he should do, throw everyone out. We've all done it before, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? When you're just pissed off. But I don't know why he's pissed off. He's pissed off about losing losing a little bit on fucking the thingy stream. Survival stream. Who cares? Has he got that much ego that, you know, that Sam Pepper's got one up on him or something? No need to get depressed about that ice. Just stay in bed one day, throw everyone out for a few days, and get back to normal. say about it really. Did you just say that at the same time as me, Chronix? What did you think about Icy Survival Stream? I swear on my life I didn't even see that last comment. We are so in tuned, if that's true. That cheered me up. I was already cheered up anyway, but that has cheered me up, that. Ah, shit! Isn't it mad? So you've got the Sandpepper, what was it, hatchling streams, weren't it? For hours on, like, how long was it? 15 hours on end. And then Bjorn stormed in the next day. Did you see Bjorn's egg stream? The classic egg stream. That's the shit, yeah, the Cosmos have other ideas. That's some interlocked sort of, yeah. So I've made a nice new Bjorn tune today, I'll put on in a bit if you want. But if there's anything you want on, just, or anything what to do, just post it. I've just found my 2 cigs, by the way, so I'm going to have a Bjorn cigarette in a minute. Yeah, I think I was in someone's chat, whether it was, I didn't go on the Sandpeppers. I think this Gary guy, he mentioned something about fucking Sandpepper's egg stream. I just posted something like, did you not see Bjorn's egg stream? Something like that. That's what you call an egg stream. You know what I've just done tonight? I've changed my YouTube to dark theme, which I knew was there, like hanging about, but I didn't even realise I did it tonight. I went, oh fucking hell, it's worked straight away. So it's nice and dark now. You got it on? Are you on Windows 10 or Chronix? That Gary guy, what's he? He's a Mac person. I'm like, can you believe it? Oh, good lord. Yeah, I've got it on now, mate. It's completely a lot better. It was on there for like a few weeks. I saw it like, when you click on the 3 dots, it says, do you want to change the dark theme? I went, nah, man, it's probably some fucking program or something I've got to download. You know what YouTube's like. All of a sudden I clicked it, it went straight into black. I went, oh, nice one. But yes, I love it. Certainly adds to the vibe. I've been doing cutting up some ice samples and some Bjorn samples. I've got an echoey hee that I've done. You having a cheeky cigarette? No problems. Where you go in the garden? Patio? Yeah, man. Turn it up slightly if you can hear it still. Turn it up. Don't wake her up though, I mean. She in bed. I've got a nice exclusive in about 10 minutes. A brand new Bjorn tune I've made tonight. Took me a couple of hours, like. Yeah, have a cheeky cigarette, mate. I'm my first one now. I'm only having one or two, I suppose. Don't want to do too many. Oh, cheers, man. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll just post this to Twitter, just in case. See if anyone. They probably don't, quite, yeah, because of Twitter, but some do, I suppose. I mean, no one else is under there. Let's do it. What's like Come on, there, because I've got a few left. You can have a drink, if you want. You're in the light bar, Denmark Mafia bar. You're very welcome here, sir. As long as you take your top off. Sorry, if you're a girl, don't do it. Very good. You don't mind. Welcome to the Nightlife UK. Denmark Mafia on the boss. Old timer. Good for you. Barnes, let me know. I'll get you straight away. Free drinks. It's a local cat there as well, there's a good bar. Come on, meow on. Meow on, ball. Come on, cat, do you want an hors d'oeuvre? No, I need to get 2 instances of VLC player. That's what I should have done there. I messed it up. It's a bit scuffed. Don't worry about that.
Problem. We have a problem. Yeah, we have a problem. You have to start drinking alcohol now. Come on, come on.
I'm not going in the pub, Bjorn. I'll yoink your stream. I'll yoink it.
I have a 14-year-old boy here. He wants to go in the pub. He wants to go in the pub and drink beer. He wants to be a real man. You have to lock your fucking bicycle.
Yeah, you take the stream.
Hej! Hvor kamera det der? Hvad sker der? Hvad er det for noget, vi er på?
YouTube.
Det er YouTube.
Ej, hvor fedt. Jamen,
Er nogen særlig anledning, eller er det bare for spas?
Ingen anledning.
Det er den bedste anledning. Det jeg skulle til at sige, ingen anledning er den bedste.
ja, hej. Er der nogen, der skriver? Så er der en, der skriver Andy Melanitis.
Hey, Ginger boy, come here. Maybe we can buy a cola for you.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Yes, you go in. I told him you were my son, so you have to act like a crazy person with a handicap. You have a mental handicap. You have autism like me, and you do the arm thing all the time. Do the arm thing. Yeah, yes, do like that.
I broke in the chat. 2 for 1 on girls' cocktails. Bottles of Tisky, only £1.50. In tune to Denmark Mafia, right now. Just one more. Chilling out. We're up to certain tables. We've got the gangster table over there in the corner. We've got that other corner over there on the left side, MS13. Got the Aryan Brotherhood. Very nice. Got 2 gangsters there. Also, for the people who need any food, we've got Bjorn doing double egg special, eggs Benedict, with extra chilies, and extra fish sauce. On the host, not like UK. And it's casual, but quite empty. Pub night. But it's all okay. Various appetizers, appetites, and condiments, and the odd jazz cigarette, if you know what I mean. Bingo. So I'm going to get my old record players out. I'll do a bit of DJing in the pub. I've got a few 45 lined up and some 33 and a halves. Old school funk. Couple of breakbeats and a couple of strange European tunes, as we do. let's hope some Americans walk in the door. I'm sure it's their time now. It's got to be about 9 p.m. Yeah, I don't know where Bjorn is. I'm sure Bjorn and his wife might turn up, because sometimes they do. She's lost so many bikes. Connix, you want a cocktail? Let me know that. A squeeze of lime. European gin.
How about that?
Has anyone got a jack to 2 phone leads? I'm trying to set up the sound system. I found it. Okay, first tune coming up, Ice in Soho, Scuffed Collinsy remix.
He was the last king. I am the new king.
In the chat.
You don't make up for your sins in the church. You do it in the streets. You do it at home. The rest is bullshit and you know it.
So say good night to the black guy.
Can I buy this?
Yes, it's
10 pounds? No. No, 10 pounds, dude? No. Two pounds.
Todos esos más, se somma.
Yeah, I could be more powerful. I only got motherfucking ass 20 pounds. Somebody would take that. Hold on, I'm done playing. I'm done playing games. I'm done playing games now.
Thank you so much, sir.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hell yeah! Thank you very much. I got so much shit in that bag. I probably got like 10 grand in cash.
These bottles is like $7 per bottle, by the way, just FYI.
How am I gonna swallow this, GG?
Look, we can go down. There should be like a liquor dispensary down there. Okay, that is not the way it's intended to be.
Never touched. Let's go.
Let me tell you one thing. This is an island, small island. So anytime you guys want to go to the ocean or the beach, just keep going. Let's make more pools and stuff.
In the water with us?
I got a job to do, bro.
Man, fuck it, dude. Fuck it, they ain't firing you. Come on.
No, they're firing me. Trust me.
Man, is it safe to swim out?
Yeah, you can swim out.
Like, is there sharks and shit? How far? Like, I swim pretty far out?
Yeah, however long you want to go.
Fuck it, dude. Thanks, bro.
No problem. You guys be here.
Thank you so much, man.
There's some nice shit right here. I like this.
Oh my god, look at this.
Yeah, touch
Wait,
it.
is this like a tiger shot? Yeah. Shall I touch this guy right here? Is this guy gonna kill me?
No. It's trained, bro.
It's trained?
Yeah. They wouldn't have it if it wasn't trained. It's like a fucking monkey at the zoo. They don't go shit anymore. They're trained.
I jump in.
It's nice and warm.
It's nice and warm. Don't listen to ice, live leak. Alright, let's get the hell out of here then.
No, I'm serious.
I'm not trying to go on live leak.
Bro, the sharks ain't gonna fucking bite you, dude. I don't want to step on like a camouflage shark or something.
True. No, there's no they're all black. Alright, let's go to the ocean.
How do we get to the beach?
Just the stairs down there.
It's nurse sharks. They don't bite, they will suck but not bite.
Oh, they will not bite? Okay.
Bro, I can't wait to go in it. You'll see the bottom of the ocean literally so far out. Literally, the beaches here are so beautiful. The sand here is actually real as well. If you look closely, it's not just broken shells like it is in Florida. It's like real sand, dude.
Whoa, what's here? I like these dragons.
What, are these swords?
No, these are scimitars.
Can you kill a man with this?
Oh my god.
Get him!
Đem mong em kiểu lấy bỏ. We are ready for the bicycle gang. We got one coming up. The wife's lost bike. Brand new, good for you. Cheers, Lachlan, tuning. Can you tune him in? Bicycle gang.
Yeah, but you just bicycle.
White Lost Bike Edit.
Oh, the time you leave me when you go out somewhere.
Just bicycle.
Egg omelets.
How many bicycles do you lose? Why are you doing that?
You.
Who do
It's
that?
your gang.
No.
Yeah.
That's just something you think.
No.
It's
your,
not.
your gang.
No, it's not true.
Before Beyond is have a gang.
No.
4 or 5, 3.
No, that's
maybe 7.
There's no gang, only friends.
No,
Yeah. That's your gang. I for sure.
Just bicycles. How many bicycles you lose? Just bicycles. Steal her bike?
No. You cannot steal my bike again.
No.
I have two.
She lose.
I have 2 more left. I don't have any more.
She lose. How many bicycles you lose? 4 bicycles.
Do you understand? Come on, not now. I'm looking for a beer emoji. How dare you stop me? That's just like TV, you know when the adverts come on. Every time you change the channel, there's a goddamn advert on. Listen, I'm posting some scars to my brother. Nah, excellent one. Chronix from Triple X nigga. Here we go. San Miguel, 5% promise. If you want a tune though, just post it into the chat. I'll play it straight away. Any tunes you want. It's all good here. So easy peasy. Someone should wake up man and get ice. That's a big deal. But, I mean, if you're not feeling too good, it's a little bit down. I mean, you've got to give someone time, I think. He's good at doing that. He's good at having time off. Most times ever had off is like a week, isn't it, really? If he's looking on in other, probably longer from that. Hey, Con, it's my brother. Did you miss that song, Ghost? I'll play it again. Did you feel you were still outside? Did you hear it? Tenacious D. Yep. Listen, that's good ideas. Any sort of ideas is brilliant. Oh shit, Tenacious D. Actually. Did you hear that tune? Do you mind if I play it again? You missed it. Yeah, I'll check it. Yeah, I'll stick it on again. You missed half of it. Missed half of it. Oh, the start of it's good. What on that? Oh, it's good. What it opening sounds for? Sounds for it. Oh, the start of it's nice too. There we go.
Yeah, but you just bicycle.
All the time you leave me when you go out somewhere.
Just bicycle.
Start the bicycle bell. Oh, was it started again? Oh god, the sound forward through. God damn it. Oh. We've got a few lurkers coming in now, but if you're going to come into Denmark Mafia Bar, at least have a drink with the boys. You get me? This one's going out to the main man Chronics in the house. Old timers. Mafia in the house. 4 a.m. fucking dude.
Why he do that?
You.
Who do
It's
that?
your end.
No.
Yeah.
That's just not something you think.
No.
It's not. No.
Where are the Americans? We're all lonely here.
No.
4 or 5.
Come on, go into us.
No, that's
Maybe 7.
no.
people.
No.
Yeah. That's your end. I'm for sure.
many bicycles you lose?
Do you understand?
Just bicycles. Steal her bike.
No, you cannot steal my bike again.
No.
I have two.
She lose.
I have two more left. I don't have any more.
She lose. How many bicycles you lose? 4 bicycles.
It's nice, happy too. Don't say to the wife, don't touch my camera! I was in the film earlier. Tokyo Express Viking Remix.
Nice taste. You want a good? Yeah. I have a reading. I can smoke, man. Smoke, man.
Best times.
Oh man, they gonna get fucked up, you know. Newbies shouldn't smoke too much of this.
Yeah,
this
I think
very
I
strong,
had
man.
enough already. I'm already high.
You get stoned, man.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys.
Okay, dude.
You get stoned, man. Yeah. Let's go, guys.
This time I had to smoke the coffee. I fucking inhaled Casper DK, man. How about you sitting behind the fucking chat and screen talking shit?
It's really hot to be here. It's not easy, you know. We drink beer and we smoke weed. It's not easy.
And also, I got weed in my pocket, man. I got some hash and I got some weed. We gotta get fucked up today. I told you guys we gotta get fucked up. I told you all we gotta get really drunk today. We drank a few beers. We have some more beers and we gotta get more high. Man, this is the best times.
God bless the Vikings. Kings.
posted in Discord. Hello, hello. Not Love UK, live on Denmark Matthew Music Live UK. Let's go. Yep. Yes, sir. There's a picture of Bjorn with a sombrero. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, rock and roll coming up too. I'll get one more beer from the old refrigerator. Come on, good boy, let's You're always there with never Why is rocking up there? Bjorn, report to the fire exit. Oh, you're not allowed in. Don't tap on the back door. You know you do. It's Johnny. It's Johnny 2 times. He came here with his girlfriend, rolled up in a pink helmet, fur coat. Johnny 2 times. It's taking the bit. Come in. He's been Branham. Don't know what to say. You shouldn't come in like that. With his wife like that. Can't you?
Touch me!
Trust me.
Come on! Touch me! Touch me! Don't touch me! Touch me! If I can find him. Touch me. Touch me.
It's difficult. Little rocky lady. Scar SMADZ. Fuck what? Bro! You're not a streamer. Hold on, hold tight. Hold tight. Trying to pause, I've got 3 openings of DLC. Pretty stuff. Just pause it. There we go, pause it. Hey, listen, SMK, you don't have to be a streamer, mate, to come here. This is the late bar. It's very fine. You can smoke, you can drink, you can do whatever you please. Big shout out to Agent Jens. My Band Chronics is European side, so it's 4 AM. We don't care, really, as long as a few Americans come in. Where are we from, really? As long as you're not from Botswana. No, I'm kidding. What's up, Agent? Thanks for dropping by, mate. And you, SMKDZI. Please change your name to something like... What time is it? 1:23 PM in Australia. What the fuck? God damn it. Take smiley face. Smoked is it? Yeah. Actually, why are you saying that? Let me grab myself. One cigarette. That's a good one, mate. You notice the ambience in the light there? Well, you don't have to be a streamer, mate. I'm not a streamer either. Actually. See, expert chat. A few to go. I had 3 beers down. 3 VD. Let's speak to the chat. Chat's looking good. I know it was. So, who else has bought a 20 metre lead off Amazon like me the other day? It cost me £10. And it was supposed to be a 20 metre tether lead, whatever, for your computer. And then he sent me a 64 length metre lead. Why would they do that?
CX in the chat, boys.
See you in the chat, owners. Anyway, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Welcome to Nightlife UK, Denmark, Mafia Underboss. Let it be known in the chat. Bit of British Blue. How you all feeling? Okay, good. Old Times in the house. Bjorn's Mafia Underbosses in the house.
And you feel real hurt. Come on over.
Feel free to get us over drink.
To the place where I live. And all your loneliness, I'll try to soothe.
Denmark Mafia. Burka ban goes into effect. Triggers Muslim.
Don't be afraid. Come on in. You might run across
I think Bjorn made that.
some of your old friends.
And Albert King, I'll play the blues.
Loneliness, I've got to soothe. I'll play the blues.
Jets Connie, nice one.
Come on in. Sit right there.
No.
See, I'm kind of lonely too.
What about Bjorn's Extreme? That's what you call an extreme.
Getting stoked right now.
Uptime instrumental. Chili.
Yeah. Are you comfortable now?
I think you use, not coriander leaves, I think you use
As I was saying before,
rocket leaves or chilies.
loneliness is blowing up.
Some salt, he said. Fish oil.
Where you live? No.
Clam oil.
Most importantly, I want to know you.
Perfect.
I said, I want to know you. Let's groove, man. I'll play the blues for you.
Where it is.
I ain't got no big name. Oh Lord, and I ain't no big star. I'll play the blues for you.
Is there any lovely Americans in? Americans? Or Canadians? Thanks, SNK. Cheers, mate. Thanks for coming. Any tunes you want on, just post in the chat, I'll play 'em. Outside that, moving and grooving, no time to waste. Sound of Dutch rare groove. Denmark Mafia homies. My main account is banned for another month. It's either on 90 days strike, you know what I mean? Even Beyond got struck for 90 days on the other channel. Unbelievable. YouTube are well out of order, mate. Yeah, thanks for coming in, SNK. Except my main man Connie is one of my main mods. Shout to him, it was a nice one. A real scholar. Tune to some of the UK old timers and the Denmark Mafia. They're all linked up. Trouble is, Scarconics. Trouble is, Snellboy can go around. Had a bit of trouble. Him and his gang had a bit of trouble with the old Denmark Mafia at security. He took them out innocently. So we've got no security anymore, Denmark Mafia. So we're a little bit worried at the moment. So he's got some serious. He's a gunman, so. We move. 1-5. Snow boy. Skull. Bit of rock and roll for the people in chat. Yeah, Snowball's got some shit. Snowball's got hitters. He's got roadmen in the UK. There's going to be some trouble ahead. Ugh. Because there's now boys around. That's what I've just done. Inside the side. Greek side.
I don't know, dude. Fucking it's not mine, dude.
Greek salad. Oh no.
Some of y'all never been down south too much. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this so that you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think you're on in a while.
Down there we have a plant that grows out in the woods and the fields.
Oh, I love it.
Looks something like a turnip green. Everybody calls it poke salad. Poke
Magahoney
salad. Used to know a girl lived down there and she'd go out in the evenings and pick her a mess of it, carry it home and cook it for supper. Cause that's about all they had to eat. They did alright.
I can talk Greek salad.
Down in Louisiana, where the alligators grow so mean, there lived a girl that I swear to the world made the alligators look tame. Greek salad, Annie. Poke salad, Annie. Everybody said it was a shame, cause her mama was working on a chain gang. A mean businesswoman. Every day for supper time, she'd go down by the truck patch and pick her mess of poke salad, carry it home in a toast sack.
I was going to say English
salad, Annie. The gators at your granny. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Everybody said it was a shame, 'cause her mama was working on chain gang. A Richard spiteful, straight razor tote moment. Lord, I must take my mess up. Her daddy was lazy and no count. Claimed it.
Here we go. Fuck balloon thing. Gorilla hand. Gorilla hand.
Every day I recognize what's deceased and what's alive. Don't repeat what I just said until gold is turned to lead, and all the tales will be told whilst you and I are in the hole. But don't think this is the end, as it's just begun, my friend.
Let me find Gorilla Hand.
When it's done, all this is gone. Just find the feeling, pass it on. With every tear, cry and shame, there'll be someone else to blame. And every crime that I commit will be a punishment to them. But I'd accept what's coming, man. I could only use this.
Hope you all had a good weekend. I really mean that.
That's been ringing in my ears and tormenting me for years. When it's done and all this is gone, just find a feeling, pass it on.
Skull Brothers. Do you understand?
Just find a feeling, pass it on.
Put one hand in the box.
Just find a feeling, pass it on. Just find a feeling, pass it on. Thank you.
This next one's going to Ice Poseidon, Spinning Wheel. What goes up must come down. That's the thing, man. Come on, Ice, you'll be alright, sure. Give it 2 days, brother.
What goes up must come down. Spinning wheel, got to go round. Talking about your troubles, it's a crying sin. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel spin. You got no money and you got no home. Spinning wheel, all alone. Talking about your troubles and you never learn. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel turn. Did you find the directing sign on the straight and narrow highway? Would you mind the reflecting sign? Just let it shine within your mind and show you the colors that are real.
Can't you just be called We will go Mafioso cigarette.
Someone is waiting just for you. Spinning wheel, spinning true. Drop all your troubles by the riverside.
Get your painted pony on the spinning wheel ride. Someone's waiting just for you. Spinning wheel, spinning true. Drop all your
EBZ is up in here. EBZ is up in here. Where is he, homie? Where is he? Where is he?
troubles by the riverside. Get your painted pony, let the spinning wheel fly.
I've got my paintball gun ready. Where is he? Where is he? Can't see him. Floating teeth. Oh hell no. He's in a box. He's in a cardboard box. Oh shit, I broke the internet. Sorry. God damn it. Nope. Oh god damn it.
A change has come over me. My heart beats impatiently. I just can't wait till tonight, 'cause I know it's gonna hold me tight. And it looks to me like this could be thrilling. Well, it looks to me like this could be thrilling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get it. I just thought.
Lately I've been acting strange. In my life there's been a change. I just didn't know how sweet he was, and I'm so glad that
You're a superstar, sir.
we're in love. And it looks to me like
You're a gentleman.
this could be
Taps? The Denmark Mafia don't need no stinking taps. We don't, listen, we don't work with MS-13. We rule MS-13, homies. Understand that?
well, it looks to me like this could be
Bjorn owns MS-13.
thrilling.
True that.
I keep walking round and round, talking about the love I found. I get such a feeling, my head keeps reeling. I'm so absent-minded, but really I don't mind it, 'cause it looks to me like this could be. Well, it looks to me like this could be. Well, it looks to me like this could be.
Magnum Force. After this, we're going to play some Gorilla Hand. Oh! Right, I'm going to put my shades on. Shout out to SMK. Welcome to the Denmark Mafia Late Bar, homie. You sir are a gentleman. Yes. Keep Sandpepper over there, because he's barred from the UK. If he comes to Manchester to see Greek or anywhere, I'll stream snipe him. We all will. He's going to get a Sandpepper slap. Same with VBT. Even the techno Viking bowed down to Bjorn and said, Bjorn, you're a lot better than me. You're more structured than me. Even though I'm a legend, Bjorn, you are the king of content. Real talk. That's when Snailboy ran off. You get me? Oh, God damn it. Gorilla Hand coming up after this one.
I got that go power. I'm gonna kick on my shoes and dance. I got that go power.
Who's been to Lidl?
I'm gonna kick on my shoes and dance.
Damn right we have. 2 for 1 on selected peppers.
Gonna get up from my seat, jamming, I feel that beat, dancing my stocking feet. Ooh, and I go, yeah, till the crack of dawn. Gonna dance till the crack of dawn. I've got all that go power. Gonna dance till the rooster crows. I've got all that go power. Gonna dance till the rooster crows. Gonna slap that step and strut. Really gonna run amok. Rock touch jumping up. Ooh, and I go. Yeah, time till the crack of dawn. Gonna dance till the crack of dawn.
Worldwide. How about this? We've got 2 new tunes coming up the last 3 hours. Brand new one from the original man himself, the Denmark Mafia man. Absolute star. Here we go. Let's play Gorilla Hand first. Denmark Mafia. Gorilla Hand audio. What do you mean?
How lucky do people have to get? Like, why did I meet Bijan?
Best times.
That thing. Why did I have to meet him at Ice's house? Let him say that.
You take a gorilla hand, gorilla hand, gorilla, gorilla hand, gorilla, gorilla hand, gorilla, gorilla hand, gorilla. Put him in a wound, dark wound. Then you take Afro African man from Africa. You take EBC's hand, put him in a room. Then you take a gorilla hand, gorilla hand, gorilla hand, gorilla hand, gorilla hand, in a box, a cardboard box. Then you open the boxes from the top, and then you turn on the light, and then you have to guess which hand belongs to the gorilla and which hand
Then might
belongs
have
to
to just put a
EC.
brand new
You
up
take
for
a
you when
gorilla
we play it next.
Gorilla hand. You take a gorilla hand, and you know what? There's no difference.
No difference. No difference at all. Here we go. Brand new tube, 3 hours ago. Denmark Mafia posted it. It's called Bjorn Wind Still audio. Let's have a look. I've not even heard it yet. Ready? Big old Denmark Mafia, man.
There's no wind. What are you talking about? It's completely wind still. There's no wind. What are you talking about? It's completely wind still. There's no wind. What are you talking about? It's completely wind still. There's no wind. What are you talking about? It's completely wind still. There's not a single wind. It's completely wind still. There's no wind moving. No wind moving. You can see. What are you talking about? There's no wind. It's completely wind still. There's no wind. What are you talking about? It's completely wind still. There's no wind. It's completely wind still. There's not a single wind moving. You can see.
Brand
There's
new
no wind.
exclusive
what are you
there.
talking about?
Another one from me
wind.
now.
There's no wind at all.
Bicycle Gang. I made this earlier. So we think of it, homies.
Bicycle. Yeah, but you just bicycle.
All the time you leave me when you go out somewhere.
Dude.
Just bicycle.
Yeah.
Just bicycle. How many bicycles do you need? Why he do that?
You.
Who do
It's
that?
your gang.
No.
Yeah.
That's just not something you think.
No.
It's
your,
not. No.
your gang.
No, it's not true.
Oh my god.
Before Beyond is have a gang.
No.
4 or 5, 3.
No, that's
maybe 7
no.
people.
No. You can see in your head.
Yeah. That's your gang. I for sure.
Just bicycle. How many bicycles you lose? Just bicycle. Steal her bike?
No. You cannot steal my bike again.
No.
I have two.
She lose.
I have 2 more left. I don't have any more.
She lose. How many bicycles you lose? 4 bicycles.
Ching ching. Like they say in Glasgow, I need a pish. I guess who just walked in. I've been to the Mafia back bar, which is, excuse me, sorry, which is reserved for the Denmark Mafia. I guess who's gone past in the car. Only fucking snail boy. Yeah, exactly, Taz, you're right. I've had to run off. I'm too old for this running off. Taz, get on my chat. I know you're in Discord. Come on, Hammy. Snail balls around. Snail balls about. Snail boy. Yes. Drift Corp. Who's working grass? No. I've been hurt, mate. Snail boy, come back. Come round to the back of the light bar. Cause some trouble. Yeah, got your shooters out, a few knives out. Agent Jens, big up yourself, mate. Go on to my stream, mate. We're playing some music somehow, but I've been cut up. I've been sliced slightly by snail bars, mate. God knows where he is. I knew Snail Bar's firm would come round. He's out of order, mate. he took 2 of the decks as well. I can't play any music now. He took the decks, Technics decks. He took them, both Technics decks. God damn it! It's now boy. Let me just get the old cassette recorder. I'll plug it in. Chapter 2 phone house. Hey, fuck it, dude. Hold on. Starboys on the prowl. Slow gang. You met the Birmingham Burger Boys. I had to come the back way, you know, the garden way, the back way. Fucking hell, dude. Snail Boys firm's ruthless. He took my glasses, he took like a can of beer off me. Sounds Mandy. Yeah, Mark Matthews still surviving. Let's do it. Let's keep going. Exactly, SMK. He is on the prowl. It's that shell, mate. That shell. Unbreakable. He taxed 2 of my beers. Thank God I've got one left. Just opened it, mate. Oh Lord of mercy. Karaoke. How the hell did Snail Boys firm get over the ocean to get here? That's bizarre. How did he do it?
And we try our love from slowly dying. Around the world, see people are dying.
Like, I don't know, Costa Narcissus.
All because of greed.
We're talking big boats.
Just and lying, yeah. More time. Stop our love from slowly dying. Ask ourselves if we tried. From the floor, it's not fine. I would rather need more time. I would rather want some time. Here we are, and we tried. My love from slowly dying. Look around the world, see people are
His end
dying.
done took me old mum's watermelon.
All because of greed. Hate, mistrust, and lying, yeah, yeah. Everybody, more time. Lord, please me. More time. Everybody. More time. Lord, hear me. More time. Lord, hear me. More time. Everybody want. More
Run him out of town. He's gone, homie. Now, boys, gone. You won't see it on BBC News. You won't see it on CNN. Now by shook on me. England threw him out. Sounds of Dave Allen at large. Snail Boys at large. Nowhere to be seen. Three squimps. Three squimps down. Don't need no stinking eggs.
Danny Dyer.
Here we
This
go.
is the Real Football Factories.
Bit rude by Football Factories. Okay, last tune. I'm going to be playing now half an hour of Football Factory, old school original. Danny Dyer and all that. They were just legs. Legs!
I played Tommy Johnson in the movie The Football Factories, which was all about football violence. But that was just acting. Now I'm on a journey around the country meeting the real firms who have mass offs at football matches for real. No fake blood, no stuntmen, no makeup. This time it's just me and the country's hardest hooligans. I meet the real top boys who tell you the score.
I'm playing a lot more old school stuff on the old channel when it comes back on again. Stuff like
Tonight's show I'm in the northwest. It's a tale of two cities.
reminiscing, you know what I mean?
Liverpool and Manchester. This part of the world has seen some of the worst football violence and tragedy imaginable. It's not surprising, as it's home to two of the biggest footballing cities we've got, Liverpool and Manchester. The two cities are home to 4 Premiership football teams and boast the most famous and successful British clubs, Liverpool and Manchester United. But with success comes a deep hatred and bitter rivalry that stems from the history of the two places. I'm on a journey to find out why they hate each other so much.
Yeah.
I'll meet some of the firm's top boys
Right, you're right.
and see what happens at a Liverpool Man U grudge match in the FA Cup. When the two teams clash, it's like a war zone. Liverpool's urchins versus Manchester's notorious Red Army.
The hooligans, I reckon the hooligans these fellas are today.
The roots of the hatred between the two go back in time.
Manchester United and Liverpool in general will go, but it still escalates to Manchester and Liverpool. It goes back to the Docker days.
In the 70s, with the nation in the midst of economic decline, the Manchester Ship Canal took business from Liverpool docks. Eventually they closed.
Goes back historically to when the Manchester Ship Canal was built. When the big ships started bypassing Liverpool and going directly to Manchester docks, the Liverpoolians, took exception to it.
Aggravation, aggravation, la 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 la.
With the docks closing and mass unemployment in the region, young men needing an outlet to vent their anger.
You had young men who were totally disaffected, very, very angry with the world, and would use football as a vessel to achieve some sort of stance, some sort of statement about what they were feeling.
I'm going to start my story in the city of Liverpool, a place where high unemployment helped create a new social phenomenon, football hooliganism.
I'll put it this way, if the trouble comes to me, you know, and you're standing there, you can't hold back because you get killed.
But the one thing Liverpool did have going for it was a hugely successful team. This gave the people of Liverpool a sense of pride. Football became like a religion to them. But the Manchester football teams were not as successful, and this increased the rivalry between the two towns.
One group of United supporters runs down to the Kop, Liverpool's end, and police soon chase after them. 5 minutes before kick-off, fighting near the United end, the police quickly step in. 10 people were arrested in all, 24 were thrown out of the ground, and 4 people were stabbed with craft knives, including a police officer.
From 1977 to 1984, Liverpool won the European Cup 4 times and travelled all over Europe in the process. The Liverpool supporters came home with sportswear and designer clothes from their travels, and they wore them back home on the terraces. The casual look was born and became the iconic terrace wear adopted around the country. This bred even more jealousy from Manchester, as Liverpool would rub their faces in it on the terrace catwalk.
It was a kind of badge of honour that they'd been abroad and nicked these things, and it became a fashion statement from there.
A competitive nature about how you look, how you appear. We come from whatever part of the country, we can afford more than you can.
So you walking down our street, well, you look like me.
The Liverpool mob rampaged around Switzerland, France and Italy, leaving a host of burgled sports shops in their wake.
They basically pillaged their way across Europe. Scouse Vikings, they used to just, anything that wasn't nailed down, they'd take.
They were just astonished at how easy it was because, you know, these places weren't expecting anyone.
You'd see lads on a Saturday who hadn't worked all their fucking lives wearing Rolexes. You know, where'd you get that from, mate? You haven't saved for it. You haven't saved for out your gyro for a Rolex, have you? You know, and then a couple of weeks later they'd sell it on and then go on the next trip.
The bizarre label soon became the must-have terrace wear for any self-respecting hooligan.
What's that on his shirt? Oh, it's a crocodile. Crocodiles, you into animals or something? Oh, everyone's wearing it.
Fred Perry, Lacoste.
Timberland, the Stone Island, the Burberry.
Things like Sergio Tacchini tracksuits. These were the tracksuits that the kind of local bourgeois would use to their tennis clubs. And they'd come back and wear them and they became the fashions.
Oh, where have you got that from? Oh, got it abroad when Liverpool were playing so and so.
You'd be searching high and low, you get your wages and just traipse around the shops for hours looking for it.
Liverpool is where the casual movement was born, a look that swept the country in the 80s. Retro 80s casual fashion has become big business. I went and checked out some of the gear in the local shops.
So I'm at a gaff called Tasuki. I'm going to meet some geezer that's going to tell me exactly what they'd wear on the terraces in the northwest. So you've got some proper gear here, haven't you?
I met Jay, the shop manager, who showed me his extensive collection of original 80s terrace wear.
That is nice, though.
Lovely them.
That is nice. Oh, you can get away with that now, easy, mate.
Yeah,
easy.
oh yeah, all day long. Juicy.
Sort of pink cardigan, look.
All coming back in this now.
That's what I know. I don't mind a bit of pink myself, but
yeah.
That's what I'm saying, look, you've got to be able to hold your hands out and run about in that, ain't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm loving the gear, but Jay had a few things to say that opened my eyes to how important clothes are on the terraces.
It's like a working class man's catwalk, you know what I mean? It's the way I see it. You get to the football on a Saturday, you want to be wearing, what's the point in, you know, buying your latest Fjällräven coat? Where are you going to wear it? What are you going to do? It's the football. It's working class, you know. It's one-upmanship.
You've got a favourite piece?
My favourite.
All time?
All-time favourite piece. I mean, most people would go for the green BJ because it's so iconic. It's like the mythical. Some people don't even believe it exists. Do you know what I mean? The green BJ. It's, you know, it's so hard to get and stuff like that.
So Jay's an 80s clothes fanatic, but he's not a football hard man. So how do the real hooligans use terrace fashion when they're going to the football?
If you want to look like a lad and act like a lad, you get treated like a lad. And that's the uniform you wear at football. Basically, if you wear Stone Island, you're classed as a lad. If you wear designer gear, you're classed as a lad. If you wear a shirtie, you're classed as a supporter. You see 50 shirties, you don't touch them because you're not interested. If you see 10 designer gear lads walking down the street, you know they're interested. You know, designer gear is an hooligan.
Clothes on the terraces have evolved into a uniform, a way of identifying each other. Hooligans stopped wearing team scarves and shirts. The designer label was what made them part of the firm.
So next time you go to a football match, be careful what you wear. Don't turn up in your best designer labels, or you could end up in trouble.
In part 2, we'll see the terrible events involving Liverpool fans that entirely changed the face of football in this country forever. I'll meet the top boys from Manchester and Liverpool who describe the battles on the streets and how the firms had to become organised.
By God, did you get some good ideas down there?
Came down here looking for it, you get it, quite simple. Get it done here.
Welcome to part 2 of the Real Football Factories, where this week I'm in the Northwest. In part 1, we looked at the bitter rivalry between Liverpool and Manchester and the mass battles that went on between their two biggest clubs. Over the years, Liverpool thugs had a reputation for taking European towns by storm and regularly caused trouble in grounds around the continent. This caused the horrific disaster at the European Cup final between Liverpool and Juventus, which shocked the world. On the 29th of May 1985, 39 Italian spectators died in the Heysel Stadium disaster. Heysel marked the beginning of a new era in football hooliganism.
Heysel was a kind of epitome of what appeared to be at first a fairly harmless charge. Just a few people running around. That's what hooliganism used to be, but the consequences of that were awful.
They tried to run away, but a concrete wall blocked the escape route. It collapsed, crushing those on the other side.
And it was just amazing that no one had ever seen that something awful was going to happen before long. And it took something like Heysel for the people to wake up.
Hooliganism was now front-page news. Suddenly the world was watching, and politicians had to take notice.
I wish we could get those responsible, get them before a court and stiff sentences so that they stop anyone else in their tracks from doing this.
Yet more tragedy was to follow the club. But this time it had nothing to do with hooliganism. Hillsborough was the worst disaster in British football history. I paid my respects at the Anfield Memorial to the 96 Liverpool fans who lost their lives at the Hillsborough tragedy in 1989.
More police are being called for. Reinforcements are coming from the Forest End now. And there are fans climbing up from the terrace to try and get refuge in the seats now.
This horrific event forced the government to act. It would change the face of football forever.
Heysel and Hillsborough changed everything. Hillsborough more so than Heysel because it changed the design of stadiums.
The game started to tidy itself up, especially looking after fans, putting grounds in order and making the places safe to go to.
This was a turning point in British football. The standing terrace became a thing of the past. All top-flight clubs had to rebuild the stadiums to become all-seaters, with tighter security, better turnstiles and more expensive tickets. This drove the hooligans out onto the streets.
So what's happened in the past 15 years, 20 years since those disasters is a kind of social cleansing of football, a deliberate pricing policy that has pushed hooliganism, they thought, to the back burner.
The football crews who caused problems had to find somewhere else to cause the problems because grounds were cleaned up. That's when things really did change. The idea of organising rendezvous anywhere other than the ground.
Hooligans were forced to organise fights away from the grounds. They formed gangs that became synonymous with the clubs. Liverpool were the urchins, Manchester had the Red Army or the intercity jibbers. Man City were the young governors, and Everton, the county road cutters. Hatred became set in stone. Firms from the cities Manchester and Liverpool still do battle on the streets to this day. It doesn't matter if Man U play Liverpool or Everton. Whenever they're in town, they get it from all sides. Everton's ground, Goodison Park, is just a stone's throw from Anfield. In 2005, Manchester United and Everton clashed on the streets in the Battle of Everton Valley. It kicked off when Man United brought newly signed Wayne Rooney back to Everton for the first time. The unhappy Evertonians wanted revenge for losing their favourite son, and 30 to 40 of the hardcore Red Army hooligans were the unlucky recipients of their wrath.
This morning, riots mar Everton defeat.
Radio City 96.7 News.
This has in fact been described as the worst football violence ever to take place on Merseyside. In fact, many say on the inside at Merseyside Police that it's the worst that they have come across.
So this is Everton Valley, where I'm going to meet Andy Nichols, who's going to tell me about a proper battle between Man United and Everton.
Andy Nichols is known to police as a Category C hooligan, the worst kind. He's been nicked over 20 times for football violence, and he's banned for life from every football ground in the country.
25 years I've known it, only about 3 clubs have ever bothered to come down here. West Ham did. We were done in. Middlesbrough came down, this one did better than most, and Southampton were the only other one who come down here, really. Came down here looking for it, you'd get it, quite simple. Get done in. Very few grounds like this were in built-up housing estates and with the terraces running alongside it, where it would just be a paradise. It was just hooligans' paradise, basically.
And?
Hello, Dan.
Pleasure to meet you, son.
And you, mate?
Listen, I just want you to tell me a little bit about this battle that you had with Man United.
United, yeah. 30 of their main lads peeled off.
Right.
Called it on. Everton had 200 and filled them in. Well, they did all right. They did as well as they could. They weren't good enough. But the myth is that they were just that little gang and they went out looking for it. The fact is, 250 of their mates stood from here to that wall away in a mystery escort which was broken by Everton. And that's where the myth of it comes, and the annoying part is they've done well with the numbers game for 20 years, United, and no one can give them grief for that, because they pulled numbers in, year out. They're the only ones that carried it on for 10, 15 years. But when they come unstuck, they use the numbers game against them.
Andy met up with Eddie Beef, one of Man United's former top boys, who's been no stranger to street battles over the years. Andy and Eddie were arch rivals who regularly fought each other on the streets in the old days. Eddie had a different version of the Battle of Everton Valley.
Man United stood the ground and got beat up. Not beat up, there was less numbers, yeah? And I wasn't there personally myself. A few of my friends was. They got hijacked off about fucking 200 people. There was only 40 of them, and that's why they think they'd done Man United, but they didn't really. Seriously, they never did and never will, because we're hard as fucking nails.
So cut the bullshit now, right? Because that's sort of fucking shite, isn't it? You were doing well there, weren't you? You were doing well, and it's a load of wank. You're not slinging it in, you're talking shite. At the end of the day, right?
Oh, you're throwing this on
At the end of the fucking day now, right? You always play the numbers game, United, right? So answer me this truthfully
always
now.
Always had the big numbers, haven't we?
Always had the big numbers, never take that away from you. So last year now, your fucking 500 are getting escorted out to Goodison.
Go on.
And your 40 break away.
Correct.
And get mullered.
They got fucking leathered.
They got leathered. Where was the other fucking 4,500?
The police had all of them.
20 police stopped 4,500.
The police.
So you use it to your advantage, and then when it goes tits up, you use it to your disadvantage.
You know what, me and
they were done.
Fucking hate each other, you know.
You got done. That's the one thing they won't do, is hold their hands up and say we got done fair and square.
I'm not surprised they can't agree. so I'll leave them to it.
That's it, that's what pisses me off about
Go
United.
anyway.
Quite.
My journey took me from Liverpool to nearby Manchester, the home of the notorious Red Army. It's only 30 miles away, but Old Trafford is a different world, all gleaming glass and neon.
Through the 70s, United developed a reputation for being the most feared hooligan firm in the country, and the worst, or the nadir, was reached in the period when they were relegated at the end of the 1973 season. They went into the second division and basically terrorised the market towns of England.
The Red Army are the most active firm in the Northwest. Every year they have more arrests than any other club. In 2005, 160 Man United fans were arrested at football matches and more than 100 were banned from games. Double the number for any other team in the region. Colin Blairney, a Red Army regular, is well qualified to tell tales of the violent past.
I don't think anywhere's seen as much mob battles as this. The mobs there are uncontrollable, and it's a bottleneck as well. And when they used to clash, it was that bad that you'd just all be absolutely gobsmacked at what happened on that side. A lad lost his eye, sadly enough, here, and the weapon that was used was thrown down there. It was quite a bad day, that, really. And that was 3:10 when the kick-off had already gone off. There was one almighty rumble at the back on the Stretford End Bridge. And that's the only time there's ever been trouble at that side of the ground. The trouble was always here on the forecourt. By God, did you get some good ideas down there, because that's a bottleneck again, splits into two. That was a trap, that. And obviously we knew it and would lure them into these kind of traps. That's just one of them. There's plenty more down there. Pandemonium running battles up and down here, manic mayhem. Usually there were traps in these side streets for up to 10, 20 minutes, which in football is a long time. 3-4 minutes is a long time in the ring, never mind 5, 10, 15 minutes in these streets. No control once it hits the side streets, the police here, not a chance. All you can do is chase you with horses and I suppose the big sticks and batons come out.
Manchester United's firm are also known as the Intercity Jibbers, notorious for robbing their way around the country. Unlike Liverpool, who ransacked shops around Europe, Manchester United's firm did their robbing much closer to home.
The reputation at that time period was like nobody could touch us. Well, nearly every shop that was along the front here, nearly every pub, every kind of person who was selling merchandise at that time would be not attacked, but we would have them over somewhere along the line. All the cash that was generated round here, we was taking half of it. In them days, it was just mob rule, mobbing and a robbing, we called it.
Just a few miles from Old Trafford used to stand Main Road, the old stadium of Manchester United's nearest neighbours and bitter rivals, Manchester City. Main Road was in the infamous Moss Side district. The stadium was hidden amongst dark streets and old terraced housing. Main Road was a perfect location for hooligan activity. Even in the post-Hillsborough police crackdown, fighting could break out around the stadium, especially when United were in town.
This clash between Manchester's rival gangs was arranged on the phone 2 weeks in advance. Youths arrived carrying a wooden club, rocks and bottles. After some stone throwing and jeering, the United fans are chased off. But as he runs away, one is caught and dragged to the ground. He's surrounded and repeatedly and brutally kicked. But the man seen here throwing a stone hasn't finished with him. As he lies defenceless, the attacker runs over and jumps on him, stamping on his head. The injured man survived, cut and badly bruised, probably owing his life to changing fashions in footwear. Fans now prefer soft trainers to hard leather boots.
So I've learnt that the North West is a tale of two cities with four major teams. We've seen the major firms of Liverpool and Everton and met the crews from Manchester's big clubs. But what happens today when the two biggest teams of the North West clash in a crunch match in the Cup? We'll find out in part 3 as Liverpool take on Man United at Anfield.
This is part 3 of the Real Football Factories, and this week we're looking at the firms of the North West.
In part 2 I went to Liverpool and Manchester and saw one of the biggest footballing rivalries in the country. I was going to see what happens when the two cities meet in an epic clash, with the possibility of a mass brawl. The FA Cup draw has brought these two giant cities together again in a historic battle.
I think it's inevitable. There's going to be one hell of a clash somewhere. Be it at the train station, be it away from the ground, something will go on.
WFM 97.2. Today's subject, hooliganism in sport. I would be very worried going to the game and coming away from it.
Liverpool fans against Manchester United fans, it's going to be... I'd love a ringside ticket. I'd love a ringside ticket.
The old foes of Liverpool and Man U met at Anfield. Liverpool haven't beaten their rivals in the FA Cup for 85 years. But it's more than just football. It's City versus City, as the two Goliaths meet in an epic encounter. The police will have to show their mettle to keep the lid on this game. I was there at Anfield. On the morning of the match, I saw the police marshal a huge amount of Man U fans from the station, making sure nothing kicked off. The police escorted the Manchester United fans from Manchester Piccadilly to Liverpool Lime Street. Their presence on the train was to protect normal passengers. When they arrived at Lime Street, the police searched fans using the new Section 60 ruling that allows them to search any football fans who are travelling to and from a football match. Man U lost a match, and I was suddenly surrounded by angry Man U fans spoiling for a fight. So I had to slip off sharpish.
Man United brought 6,000 to Anfield, and if they'd have bumped into the Liverpool faithful, it would have had dramatic consequences. So, how does the old Bill manage to prevent a mass brawl on the streets of Liverpool? By keeping the fans apart. But let me tell you now, it's a tricky business. So the cops, they managed to get the Liverpool fans away from the ground.
Fuck off, Man U, go on! Need to...
And what they did was they formed a hardcore barrier of riot police across here just to hold them back. They've then released the Man United fans who are baying for Scouse blood. Now they've all come out here looking for a tear-up, but for their disappointment, no one here. So the cops managed to keep the angry Man U mob away from the Liverpool fans, and they marched them down the long road towards Liverpool Lime Street station.
The Liverpool police managed to escort the Red Army back to Lime Street, where they handed them over to the BTP, who prepared for the onslaught. Every Saturday, train stations around the country are like war zones. Armoured riot police everywhere, just in case.
Just wait, please.
Get on the train, stop though.
If I have to tell you again, you won't be going anywhere, mate. All right, bud.
The police escorted the huge numbers of Man United fans back to Manchester in a successful operation. The police seem to be keeping a lid on it, especially in big cities. My journey took me away from the big towns into unknown territory, where the breeding ground for thugs is still alive. I'd been invited to Burnley to meet a firm of notorious hooligans, the Suicide Squad.
I've come across some naughty people now, so, you know, the only thing that worries me is the fact that I got you with me, yeah, who's holding the camera, and no one can see you, and you weigh about as much as a Rizzler paper. I've got a treacle with me, got some geezer with a clipboard, and we're going into a pub that's got the Suicide Squad in it. Should be a laugh, should be a right laugh.
Unlike most of the top boys in football firms, Andy Porter bears no bones about saying exactly who he is.
Andrew Porter, 39-year-old, 40 this year, and I'm a football hooligan. Simple as that.
Andy Porter, top boy of Burnley's Suicide Squad. He's been in and out of prison all his life for football-related violence.
This is where most of the battles occur down here. This is where the away fans come down there, you know, to the away parking down there. Just ambushing on these streets here. That massive car park up there, away fans park on there. They come from down here, up there. We all meet here. No police, nothing. Two sets of lads having enough to eat. All these back streets around here, it were good for us because we knew where every back street where they were going. Away fans didn't know where they were going, but we could ambush them every back street if we wanted, you know. These are the streets, just good hunting grounds.
Andy's been involved in football violence since his teens. He's banned for life from all football grounds, and he has the press cuttings to prove it.
Just all that hot burning shit and all that. That's me getting nicked in 88, Germany. Just give it the Germans and police and just had a riot. That's one of our lads, Italy. This is where I went, you know, killed Burnley, West Brom sent that up. Took 300 lads down and just fucked them. You know, it's just, they show a challenge to you, don't they? Saying they're going to kill you, but fair play to them.
Alright, they come down, going down Foresters now.
Alright, just going in here.
So I've been stabbed, had my leg broke and everything. I love it. I've got a family and all that lot, and that's why I'm semi-retired and just go to big games.
Really could do with putting us in a big field and let us have it. In the 80s and 90s, it was better than sex, you know, better than sex. The nice blonde there, or football violence, you go for the football violence, way to doubt.
Mick and Simon are Andy's main lieutenants, and they've fought side by side many times.
Football comes really last. It's more about the lads all together, going to matches, getting a row, pissing other people off, or in the place and having a good day.
It's not just a 90-minute thing, it's just...
Laugh.
If he has a problem, he rings him up, we sort it. If he has everyone sorts it, everyone's together. You're all shit in the same pot.
I say it's a game, it's us against them. That's it, really.
It's like when you used to play with the soldiers when you were kids and that lot, the armies. And that's how it does, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Andy and his Burnley crew are the modern hooligan. They operate in small clandestine crews.
The days of the big mobs are fucking gone. Days of 200 going here and there, it's gone. Police are 2 on top. It's better now, fucking 10 against 10. 20 good lads stuck together, not the foot, it's 100. If you're not moving, taking a backward step, you're not fucking moving, is it? There's no one going to move you. No. That's it. As soon as you
all
get
there. No one will move you all there.
That's why you get kicked to fuck, because you don't fucking move. Just wait for slashings to stop, don't you?
Yeah.
But 20 good lads is a mob, and you will not move. All knowing what they're doing together, you won't fucking move them. I don't give a fuck what team you come from.
So I've left the glitz of the big cities the big teams and their feared firms, and have come to the small mill town of Burnley. I wouldn't have thought this was an obvious choice, Burnley. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I'm a bit surprised that I've come here. I've been assured that this little firm have got something to say.
Step off the train on our own at dawn, back into the home where I was born.
Burnley seems to be a place untouched by the social cleansing and corporate world of the modern big cities. Burnley is one of the most deprived places in Britain. Most of the cotton mills, all of the coal mines, and some of the engineering firms have closed. There are few jobs here. A lot of homes are derelict, but people still live in them. It's a perfect breeding ground for football hooligans. I ain't got a clue what's going to happen when I walk in this boozer. Go either way, they might gan me, might love me. I mean, it all depends on whether they like the film or not. Because if I don't like the film, I'm fucked. Forrester's Arms, right? Suicide Squad. Let's go and see what they've got to say. Just the turn. All right, boys. How are you, son? Pleasure to meet you, bruv. Pleasure to meet you, son. So this is your boozer then, yeah?
Well, one of them.
Yeah? What I want to ask you first, thanks for talking to me, son, anyway, I appreciate that. Suicide Squad, right? Now, where's that come from? That's a right mad name.
Because when suicide bombers started in Lebanon in '83 and that's it. We called the Burnley crew at first.
Right.
And this lad just come up to Suicide Squad because we wrote suicide bombers and walked from one pub to another, got a card printed, sorted in 10 minutes.
Well, as soon as I was told it, I thought, wow, that sound right, a right naughty bunch of people. Now, I didn't know too much about you, so
yeah.
I was a bit like, you know what I mean? You sure we're going to walk in this booze? We're going to end up getting ironed out by this little firm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you seem sweet as, but it's early days yet, you know what I mean? I'm sure someone's going to glass me, anyway. Only joking. It seemed to be going really well until I put my foot right in it. You know, you're quite a small club, and you know you've got a naughty little firm, but no, not many firms. I suppose firms up here know about you, but you know, you're almost like in the background. You know what I mean?
No, can you say that, right? We can go down London and turn you over. Simple as that. Any big team comes to Burnley, they have it. Simple as that. They fucking do.
Yeah.
It is. You ask Man United, ask fucking Liverpool. You come to Burnley, you'll have a row. You want it, you'll get it. You know when you're hooligan, if when you get sent to prison, right,
yeah.
you come out and want to do the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's how you love it.
Yeah.
And if you don't love it like that, you don't do it again, do you?
No, that's true.
If you don't like jail, don't fucking do the crime.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you just come out of as an hooligan and go bang, 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 every time I've been nicked is through violence, through hooliganism and riots.
Yeah.
And that's it. When you've done as much jail as me, football hooligans don't fucking bother me.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I've done fucking jail sentence after jail sentence after jail for football hooliganism. It don't fucking bother me.
No.
You come out, they all say it rehabilitates you. It don't.
No, of course it don't.
It fucking, you're born with it. Like Beckham were born, he didn't learn his fucking skill, they were born with it.
Yeah.
Rembrandt, the painter, were fucking born, he didn't learn to paint a fucking brilliant painting, did he? Fucking didn't, did he?
No.
Fucking hell, they're born with it in the fucking genes, innit?
Yeah, absolutely. You got it in you, ain't you? You either got it in you, or you ain't. You either like to hold your hands up or you don't. It's just you're born with it, ain't you?
Of course you're born with it.
And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? If you ain't doing it on the terraces, you're going to be doing it somewhere else. It's just that violent streak.
No, it's not a violent streak. It's being proud.
Being proud of your man.
Being proud of your man. Being fucking don't let people take the piss out of you. Yeah. Basically, that's it. Be proud. Be a proud man. No one takes the piss.
They're defending your patch, innit?
Of course it is. Yeah, territories.
I met the younger boys. They have their own firm. Pleasure, mate. How old are you two? 19. These teenage lads had already been in trouble for their part in football-related violence.
I've just been caught Thursday now, Southampton.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Got off with a fucking 2-year conditional discharge. But,
for what? Just standing there, or did they catch you on the?
Yeah, with CCTV.
They got you on that?
Yeah, about 10 of us.
Really?